Hello, welcome to our weird, wacky, and wonderful ways that we use essential oils. Um, we're going to chat to you today. Maybe it's not the most weirdest and wackiest, but it's maybe not, it's just different to just diffusing and just putting the oils on you. So, and maybe some different ideas around why we would use oils for certain things. So it's my name's Mackayla, and we've got Vicki, who
Hi.
we're your hosts tonight. And thank you everyone for joining us. And if you're listening to this at a later stage, we hope you get something out of it. And yeah, so I'm going to hand over the reins to Vicky, and you can maybe tell us a little bit about what you have to say first, and then I'll chime in after. Over to you, Vicky.
Hi, everyone. My name's Vicki. I'm fairly new to using essential oils with doTERRA. Absolutely love them. My first thing I'm going to be talking about is a favourite oil of mine. As I'm going through menopause at the moment, my favourite is Clary Calm, and Clary Calm is has sorry, I'll get there. Has a lot of different oils in the touch, and it's got palmarosa, fennel, carrot seeds, geranium, clary sage, lavender, and bergamot, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, and cedarwood, and all of them. The basic Clary Calm is an essential stabilizer, especially during the menstrual cycle and menopause. And what I do use this for is I rub it on the back of my neck, and when I get a hot flush, and with the smell and the aroma, which is absolutely amazing and fantastic, I absolutely love it. It just brings my olfactory senses to actually then take a breath, relax, and I find I'm not even thinking about the hot flush anymore, and it's, for me, it's disappeared. So that's the first wild and wacky tip that I have. Another way I use essential oils is in jewellery. So I wear a diffuser and my lava bracelet I just showed you, and I will put an essential oil in there that's one that I really am drawn to for the day, and I walk around as though I'm the natural diffuser, and I have a lot of people comment on, oh, what's that wonderful smell, or what are you wearing today, and I'm more than happy to chat about what oil I've got around my neck, and on my wrist with the lava bracelet I can put something on there that's going to help calm my nerves or uplift my mood, something like wild orange or a lavender, whichever oil, or I can mix the two with a couple of drops on the lava bracelet of both oils and go off and have a great day. Another way I do wild and wacky is I'll use the Essential Emotions book, and that book has things in there about your body, about different ailments, about your emotions, and you can look up and see how you're feeling, and if you fit, and then when you found the emotion that you're feeling, it has a list of oils. From there you might be you will I usually then look at the oil and go, which one appeals to me. I will read the affirmation and read a little bit about what the oil, what the emotions trying to tell me, as well as what the oil can do. And then I will go through the book, through the Essential Emotions book, and find where the oil is, and then have a read about the oil and about what that oil can do for me, and where is the best place to place the oil on my skin.
Hey, Vicky,
Yeah.
can you show us what you do with the book? Sometimes, the way you let it drop open. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, I can. Um, I will flick the pages of the book, and I will then look at say perhaps the oil that might resonate with me, and then go, oh, okay, if it falls on a particular page, let's just try it now.
I was going to say, give us an example.
An example might be it's just fallen on deep blue or digestion. So it could be one or the other. No particular order as to what it might be, and then I'd read up on say the deep blue and find out what negative and positive emotions are affecting me, what the summative of the oil deep blue, suggested uses, topical, where to place it, and see if this is the oil that is the one that resonates with me for how I am feeling. And I'll do the same with digestion and just have a look, and it might be that I need both, or it might mean that I need one over the other. So, yeah. So that's how I use the book, or I will go straight to how I'm feeling the emotion. Have a look, like I said. Let's see if we can do this. Let's say I'm feeling carefree up the top here. I would look at sunny citrus, green mandarin, vanilla, or ylang ylang, or elevation, and then I would pick one of the oils. I would then read about I am feeling weighed down by burdens and responsibilities. Do I need to give myself permission to be more carefree? What will it take for me to reconnect to innocence and joy? Then do the visualization that they've got listed there, and then do the affirmation of I now surrender all my cares and choose to be light and free. And like I said, look up the oil and pick one of those oils that resonates, and then go to the front of the book. So I've chosen green mandarin. Let's find green mandarin. Green mandarin. Yep, found green mandarin, and here on green mandarin, it lists what the oil is, how it helps, the negative emotions, the positive emotions, the aromatics, so to inhale from the bottle, diffuse, or place drops in your hands, the topical, dilute 2 to 3 drops and with a carrier oil and apply around the navel, over the heart, or on the wrists, or you can take it internally. And it lists the companion oils that you can diffuse with, if it's needed to be diffused throughout the house in a diffuser, or at your workplace, or you can put the mixture of the oils on your body, or even diffuse it in your necklace as well, which I've done before. So my lucky last one is, people might not know I work in a children's centre. I work with children, and they can be things can get quite chaotic very quickly, different levels of emotions. So I like to diffuse oils in Play-Doh, and children, I've noticed that while it might be really, really chaotic, really busy, really high emotions, all positive, of course, because the children are really excited and everything, putting lavender in Play-Doh and getting the children to massage it in can actually bring down and spread the beautiful scent throughout the play space, and the children start to calm down and start to relax a little bit more. Or if the mood is really low, put a bit of orange oil in the Play-Doh and feel the mood change. So yeah, that's just a little bit about how wacky and wild I can be with essential oils. Thanks for listening.
Thanks,
Back to
Vicki.
Mackayla.
That's really good. Actually, I'll just mention quickly, if you don't mind, Vicki, that Vicky and I on the weekend had an event and we made up some little packs. An event where there were going to be families, and so we made some little Play-Doh packs, which were also themed towards Mother's Day. And they had lots of nature stuff that you could play with the Play-Doh, as well as an essential oil and the Play-Doh. So it let the kids kind of do that all themselves, which is kind of cool. It went well, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
All right. So look, I've got a whole list of things that are kind of weird and wacky. I'm a big one for the DIY stuff at home, so I do tend to, I've done my own surface sprays and adding essential oils to my washing machine in the rinse cycle and in with my homemade washing powder. Um, things like I'll probably use things like tea tree, lavender, um, purify in the rinse cycle, or lemon eucalyptus I use. It's amazing. What am I using at the moment? I've got eucalyptus actually that I'm using in my washing machine with my rinse cycle. Just a couple drops in with, I use vinegar in there. So I use my laundry powder, and then in the rinse cycle I put vinegar and then a couple drops of whatever oil I've chosen. So I change it up every now and then. Just there, sorry, can't get my words out. I'm a Bowen therapist, I used to be a beauty therapist as well. So I utilize oils quite a bit in my workplace. And I do use muscle testing, so a bit of kinesiology to find out the oil. If we've got a question, maybe there's two oils that we're deciding on. Sometimes I'll use a kinesiology method to kind of work out which oil we need to use, what oil that person needs for the day. And again, then we can utilize the emotions book as well. I've got some essential oil oracle cards that I also like to use. Sometimes just pick an oil or pick a card and find out what oil you need for the day. And I also do a chakra balance or cleanse with the oils. So some of the oils there's quite a few oils that you use, obviously, to match with the chakra. And aroma touch we use aroma touch and on guard. So aroma touch to open you up to the process, and on guard is to used like protection. And then through the chakra system, I use elevation, which there are lots of different oil choices that you can swap out for. Elevation is actually an oil that's kind of not as easy to get now. So there are other ones you can choose for. That's for the crown. We've got lavender peace is what I use for the third eye. That's for intuition. Whisper is used for the throat. It's to speak your truth. Easy air for the heart. For forgiveness and acceptance. Zen jest is used on the solar plexus for manifestation and personal power. Citrus bliss for the sacral, is for connections with relationships, emotions, creativity, and balance for the root chakra. Your intention to be grounded. And sometimes the use of purify. So if I usually use a pendulum to figure out, before and after to work out, which chakras are closed or need some extra help. And if once you, literally, I can tell you that these oils work instantly on your chakra system to open. But if for whatever reason the chakras don't clear or open, then you can use purify. Obviously, it's needing that deeper cleanse, but it's a beautiful way to incorporate the smell as, in a way of cleansing your chakra system. The oils are just, they are not just a smell, they are so much deeper and have such a spiritual connection, or working on the emotions as well. Wow, else? Okay, just some really bizarre, weird, wacky things that are really simple to use. So in my toilet, if you want to have a nice smelling toilet space, you can, the inside of your toilet roll, where the inner roll bit is, you can drop a scent of oil or a drop of oil into the inside of the toilet roll. I like spearmint and peppermint, and then put it back on the toilet roll holder, and you've got, close the door when you go in next. You've got this beautiful aroma to go into when you go in there. We don't want those bad smells lingering in. What else? Okay, I have a little bit of a problem with cockroaches at the moment. So, been using peppermint in water in a spray and just kind of spraying around. It seems to be working. I also use that for ants as well. So, when the ants tend to come inside, I spray the surfaces with my peppermint and water spray. How are we going for time? Okay, so I do love a hot chocolate in the evening, and I love it when I add just a couple drops of wild orange to my hot chocolate. It's so delicious. You could do it with peppermint too. I love both those kind of combinations of peppermint and chocolate, and wild orange and chocolate. And you could make your own chocolate even and add whatever oils. Um, okay, what have we got time for? Maybe like one or two more. So with my kids, a really common one that I've used, peppermint for fever, bringing the fever down with my kids, just using peppermint on them, on the back of the neck or on the feet. It works really, really well. Of course, with kids, you do need to dilute your oils with fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil. And my daughter is also pretty, she has a strong reaction to bee stings, and we use lavender and peppermint on the sting at the time when she's just been stung, and easy air kind of around the throat area. And it works really, really well. Yeah. So they're my little weird, wacky, and wonderful tidbits for you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Robin and Cece, anyone, did you have any questions, or did you want to share with us any of your weird and wacky ways?
I think you've done amazing with all your wonderful and wacky sharing. One of the things maybe that is a little strange, perhaps to some people, is to put frankincense on the thumb and then put it on the upper palate of the mouth so that then it really goes in very, very quickly into the bloodstream. So that's a good one that sometimes seems a little weird, sucking your thumb with frankincense on it. But that's a really good one for an instant effect with frankincense, whether it's, for anything to do with headaches or just to help with brain issues and so on, inflammation and that type of thing. So that's always an unusual one for people to hear. Yeah, but I think you both have done excellent and looking forward to hearing from Elizabeth and Cece next week, right?
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't remember what their subject is. Do we know?
DIY stuff, hacks around the house.
Okay, awesome. Can't wait for that.
Lovely. All right.
Yeah, and Ellie was,
Yeah.
we'll
Anything
message in
else?
the group. We'll message in the group about it.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Perfect. So we'll have this put on onto YouTube, and so that makes it for easy sharing for everyone. Well, have a great evening, and back to you, Mackayla.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, but yes, we'll finish it there, and thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to anyone who wants to join us next week.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Vicki.
Bye.
All the sharing. Bye for now.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.